Good evening, everybody! You are watching Shai Guy Bites, the first episode of I don't know what. We'll figure it out. We'll do a few episodes and see what happens. I mean, I got that little title sequence, so that's a start. So on today's show, we're gonna talk about last week's A.R. Rahman concert. Twice cancelled, finally showcased. And was the wait worth it? If you like Tamil music, very much so. If you like music generally and you weren't expecting all of your favorite Bollywood A.R. Rahman songs, especially from the 1990s, let's just say is a little bit of a disappointment. I mean, this isn't a fault of A.R. Rahman himself. The guy is from Chennai, so and his first language is Tamil. So why shouldn't he be doing the majority of his concert in Tamil? Why is it, as Bollywood fans, that we would expect that he would just cater to us, or 80% of it would be for Bollywood music rather than for Tamil music? It's not fair at all. So I have no right to have been so very sorely disappointed that he didn't play the majority of songs from Bombay, or Dil Se, or Tal, or Humse Hai Muqabla, the Hindi version, or Sapne, or Roja, or Rang De Basanti, or Lagan, Guru, or Gajni, or Pukar, or The Legend of Bhagat Singh, or 1947 Earth, or Takshak, or One Two Ka Four. Let's just stick with that. He did do some of my favorite songs. He just did the original Tamil versions. Again, I can't blame him for that, but yeah, it would have been nice to be able to sing along. Technically, the gig was pretty damn good. I mean, it had amazing lighting, the sound system was very good quality, the background videos were enlightening, but sometimes distracting, and sometimes just did not go with the song at all. So let's talk about it chronologically. It kicked off with a perfect rendition of Choti Si Asha, which was perfect for two reasons. Firstly, lovely song and right at the beginning of A.R. Rahman's Bollywood career, but mainly because it did a Tamil and a Hindi version, so it felt as if it was directed to the audience as a whole and didn't alienate one category of people or the other. Following this, we had Tu Hi Re, which is one of his best songs ever, and it kicked off with this fantastic freestyle piano, which was in the note and you weren't sure what was coming, but it sounded delightful, and suddenly he starts singing, and it was just magical, and it only lasted a minute. Following that, he did Giare. That was good. It was fine. It was fun. It was Bollywood. It was recognizable. Nothing, huge, but it was nice to hear. It was nice. And this got followed by Dil Se, as well, not the whole album, that would have been perfect, but my least favourite song from the album, really. I mean, he could have done E Ajnabi, he could have done Satrangi Re, he could have done Chaya Chaya even, but no, he did the title song. It had a very cool, jazzy interlude in the middle, which was very cool, but generally, yeah, man, come on, that's your best album and you picked the weakest song. Why? This was followed by Benny Dayal making a little entrance. He is kind of like the Will.I.Am of Indian pop music at the moment. He's good. He sort of properly brings some magic to the stage, and he's got that whole eccentric vibe that Will.I.Am does, and he pulls it off. This was followed by Chandralekha. This was a song that I recognized from my childhood. Chor Chor was one of the soundtracks that I got just because I had A.R. Rahman on there. I didn't know a thing about the film or whatever. I just would go into a store in Bombay or Delhi and just be like, right, give me whatever A.R. Rahman soundtracks you have. Or Anand Pan Rhythm store in Manchester. Not sponsored by them, but that was my place to go for music at the time. So yeah, Chandralekha was very good. Again, couldn't sing along Tamil. This was followed by another Tamil track, Uppu Karu Vadu. I really gotta brush up on my Tamil. This is followed by a couple of other Tamil songs until again we shifted back to Bollywood. Woohoo! Except not so woohoo, because maybe I might just be too old to appreciate his newer stuff, but for me, it's all about the 90s, man. Anyhow, this was Agar Tum Saath Ho from Tamasha, which was lovely and romantic and serene, just not my style. But it was nice. Next up was Kitna Sona Tu from the film Okay Janu. Again, not 90s, new, for the newer crowd, for the next generation. It was good. It sort of like had this really cool soloist flutist performance, and then that worked really well. And it was also A. Rahman's solo attempt, so you know, huge kudos to the master. This was followed by Maya Maya, you know, Maya Maya, which was really, really good. It had, you know, the fantastic Arabic influence, and, you know, I had a great background thing, and again, the flute player was magnificent. I need to find that guy's name. This was followed by Premika Na Pyar Se, the Tamil version. This was one of my favorite songs that nobody else knew back in the mid-90s. Like Chandra Lekha before, it was really lovely hearing it, and then getting, you know, little pinpricks at the back of my neck, just sort of going back to that time where, you know, I was first introduced to the magnificence of A. Rahman. But man, would it have been nice to be in Hindi. After this came my most disappointed moment of the entire show, because A. Rahman goes out to the audience and says, "Do you like cricket?" A. Rahman, cricket. What comes to your mind? But no, instead, he does this. And this is how he chose to end the first half of the show. Why? So the second half actually started off pretty impressive. He had like this Qawwali group on, and, you know, just Qawwali group itself, you know it's gonna be amazing. I mean, they just are superb. I've never come across a bad Qawwali group. Saying that, I went to see Rahat Fateh Ali Khan last year. That was just about 10 times as good as what I saw on Saturday, sadly. It was just the fact that, yeah, you can't really compete with being led by Rahat Fateh Ali Khan. They played renditions of Mola and Fayakun from Rockstar, where they sounded like they were singing about fajitas. Probably not. This was followed by my favorite part of the night. There was an American-Indian hip-hop artist of the name Raja Kumari, whose progress I will definitely be watching. This is a girl who can give Nicki Minaj a run for her money. She was fantastic, even dressed up as Loki from the Thor films. She just rocked it completely. We started off with freestyle, I'm not sure whether it might be a song that I don't know, and followed this with Pati Rap, which I also remember from the Humse Hai Muqabla soundtrack. And yeah, she properly got the crowd going with that. This was followed with another Tamil song with a very magical green foresty background. It really made me feel so at peace. I wish I knew Tamil. After this, A. Rahman finally returned to play O Hamdam Sunyore from Sathiya, which was very good. It just, again, it's not one of his best tracks. Am I alone in just thinking that he just missed 90% of his best songs? I mean, this is A. Rahman. How could you not play Chaya Chaya, man? Nonetheless, this had another amazing freestyle rap from Raja Kumari, fantastic singing from Benny Dayal, and then a genius piano solo from A. Rahman. And I just wish that the camera guy had zoomed into his hands. That is where the magic is. Yes, it's lovely seeing his face on the big screen, but damn dude, why did you just show his fingers? Come on! This was followed by another Tamil song. No complaints from me on this one. This just sounded so amazing, and I also very much like the graphics in the back. Check it out. This sounded so amazing that I needed to tweet about it just to find out what the name of this song was so I could get it. I believe it is from the film Shivaji. And then some more Tamil. Actually, a humongous Tamil medley of romantic songs. It sounded sweet. And then, out of nowhere, Hai Ramma from Rangila. I freaking love that track, and yes, I was seriously like, you know that feeling that you get at the bottom of your stomach, which is like, oh yeah. Well, that's kind of what I got. I'm not sure whether that is the noise that I made as such, but that, oh, Hai Ramma, it's just like, boom, boom. Seriously, it's just such a work of genius. Rangila, how could I forget Rangila? Seriously, that just brought me completely back to life, but then back to Tamil! After this, he did the most amazing cover of Pataka Guri from Highway. Pronunciation bad, I know. It was genius. It was like this proper heavy metal cover that would have just blown Dave Grohl away. And seriously, well done on that, Mr. Rahman. Following this, again, tease, 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 tease. He goes to the audience and says, let's do Humma Humma. Everybody goes crazy! It's freaking time for one of my favorite songs of all time. What does he do? Not only does he play the new version rather than the old version, but in Tamil. Again, no beatboxing. Do ba 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 ooh. Shigga ba 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 ba. Hindi. Hindi. Hindi, Hindi, Hindi. Nonetheless, there were a huge group of people dancing in the corner to the Tamil version, so forget about this guy. There were many people loving it. And following this, he completely makes my day yet again. He plays Urvashi, Urvashi. Take it easy, Urvashi. For 30 seconds, and then shatters my dreams by saying, let's do it from the beginning! And then he's like, and then he starts singing in Tamil. Urvashi, Urvashi, won't you please be Hindi? Now I know what it feels like being an English person who comes to Bombay Funkadelic. Here's an English riff that they recognize, and suddenly it's shifted into a Bollywood track. Finishing this, he did another song that I recognized from the Chor Chor album called Chumma Chumma Nache Hum Mutne Tige Ke Roshan To Jeevan Savare Hum. Can't remember the words, but it went like that, just not that night. Again, Tamil. Then finishing off the night, of course, crowd pleaser, J-Ho from Slumdog Millionaire, because, yeah, that's what people know. By that time, I thought, J-Ho, I'm not that excited, I'm gonna go to the toilet, and suddenly, it's the end of the concert. Don't get me wrong, the concert was good. It was nice. It was also such a disappointment, and I'm sure if I knew the Tamil songs, if I wasn't expecting to re-experience my favorite Bollywood music of all time, maybe I would have just taken it for what it was, a concert by an amazing musician. Then I may have really enjoyed it, but yeah, man, I really wanted to hear all of those 90s classics. So here's my plea for Mr. A.R. Rahman's side, please, oh please, can you do a Bollywood 90s greatest hits tour, please? This is probably how all of the Bhangra heads feel when they come to Bombay Funkadelic, and I tell them that they're at a Bollywood night. Frickin' payback. And that brings us to the end of the first episode of Shai Guy Bites. Bite me. Bite more than you can chew. Bitey bite. Bright. Let's go for Bitey bite. That's Bitey bite.